Good evening and welcome to this, the very first episode of Sex Talk. The problem that we think is facing our country right now is that we're not able to share our views honestly, and that's what this program aims to do.
Yeah, my first time it was, how can I say it, was very intimate.
Oh, I was nervous. I didn't know what I was doing.
He made me very happy. He treated me like a woman.
It was nice.
I was outside under the stars. You just don't know how to do it.
Oh, it was so...
I think the time you should experience when you're married.
My first time, that's what we are talking about today, Zolani. Do you remember what it was like? Was it good? Was it bad?
I remember my first time I was very, very young. Does it count if you're a kid?
Yeah, of course, all of it.
You know what I mean? Does it count if you're like a kid with another kid? Like when I say a kid, I mean like 5.
Our society says it doesn't, right? We've got a legal age, which says the age of consent is 16, but most of us have our sexual debut much younger than that, right?
Yeah, a lot of my friends had sex by the time they were 14, 16, so I was late. I was late coming to the party. So when I sort of approached it, I was like, I am going to have sex tonight. And this is going to happen, and this is how it's going to go down, and it was terrible.
Did your victim know this though?
No, he didn't.
There was a knock on my door and she was there, so we didn't hang out like that. So I kind of clicked, but then,
So she was there for one thing.
well, we weren't in the same class. We weren't in anything, and then eventually she came in. I obviously wasn't brave enough to do anything for at least 3.5 hours or so. It took me a while. It took me a long time.
You really take your time.
It took me Look, to be honest, I didn't know what she was doing there.
Had anybody in your life talked to you about sex?
Of course not, because I'm disabled. How can I open my legs, you know?
No, darling, always has been boys. Hello? Always boys.
So you always knew?
Always knew. I mean, I came out of my mom's womb, darling, knowing I'm a girl.
I don't think a condom came into my experience in the first 6 times I had sex.
Yeah? It was not even a conversation.
It wasn't even a thought. I mean, like you must understand that this was a township experience.
Do any of you remember the first time you went and bought condoms? I was in that pharmacy for about 7 hours.
Yeah.
I walked around, I looked at everything. Eventually the lady at the till was like, you want condoms?
I grew up in a household where there was 14 people in a household, and the effects of seeing people, hearing people having sex but not talking about it. And I think that is our societal issues that we then bring into our lives.
That's what you can expect every week on Sex Talk.
You should ever sit and talk with people. Talk what is nice, it will make you feel stronger. Listen what is right and say what is wrong. You should ever sit and talk with people. Talk what is nice, it will make you feel stronger. Listen what is right and say what is wrong.